Hello! This is the One Episode Rule podcast about first impressions. I'm Magpie. Still baffled that I looked up news earlier and saw that there's going to be a Bob's Burger movie next month.
Huh. That's surprising.
What?
It's bizarre to me.
Huh.
I have no comment on that.
That series did not seem like it had like the energy that was going to produce feature films.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but I didn't think they were still making content for it.
It's like lower key than like The Simpsons or something like that.
It's funny
Right,
you say that. I
right.
was about to say, even when they made the Simpsons movie, my initial reaction was like, wait, what, really?
It was just like, why?
They felt the
Yeah.
need.
Oh man, that movie came out so long ago now.
Oh my
No,
god,
we can't think about it. We'll dissolve into dust.
yeah. But yeah, I'm Blackle. And I'm gonna take you all on an experience with me at this
Oh my
very
God.
moment. And it has to do with the fact that our very own Joey yesterday discovered a new community for themselves
Yes,
called
I
Dew
did.
Drinkers Discord, which is a
Oh,
Discord
God.
filled with people who drink Mountain Dew. And as we were discussing this, it seems like there's nice people over there, or so I've heard.
Yeah.
While we were discussing this, it came to light that I had never tried Mountain Dew in my life, and did not know what it tasted like. And so,
Oh.
sitting right in front of me is a bottle of Mountain Dew that
Oh
I
my
purchased at
God.
the convenience store earlier today.
Blackpool!
So I thought,
Live
why don't we
reaction!
crack this open?
You're
Live
gonna
Live reaction!
you're gonna poison yourself like Socrates.
Please,
Let's
please,
taste this
please, I
hemlock.
need this so bad. Please, I need the fizzle noise. Please do it.
Oh my god.
Are you drinking
That
it?
tastes exactly like 7-Up. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's just that. It's just 7-Up
I
or
mean,
Sprite.
They're
It's 7-Up, but
similar.
harder to find.
I don't know if this makes me
Uh,
ancient, but I remember the era before Mountain Dew was like gamer fuel and was just a soda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I remember it too.
When do you think that
was
change happened?
I feel like
gamers?
yeah, like mid 2000s or so.
Mm-hmm.
They got branding opportunities, and as they rolled with it, the gamers did too. And then
Mm-hmm.
the gamers fueled the gamer fuel, and
Wow.
they're so on and so forth. Anyhow,
The cycle
hi, I'm
continues.
Joey. I joined the Mountain Dew Discord this week. Yeah, it's been pretty good. I like talking about Mountain Dew, soda products.
It's just,
I
is this some sort of like branding thing that I'm not aware of? Did y'all strike a deal?
This week's episode is sponsored by Mountain Dew.
It
Do
is
the
sponsored by
Dew.
PepsiCo. PepsiCo, and their motto is, break us up, government, please.
You will be getting a Mountain Dew branded gamer chair soon.
Oh
Just
shit, it's
What,
happening.
FYI.
What, me? Oh God.
Yes, you. It's on the way.
Can I
Keep an
make
eye
it?
out.
Can I make it
Open-
stop coming?
Open your window, Magpie.
No, the truck will be there, and it will be dangerous. So,
They are going to unload it. What happens after? It's up to you.
so let's talk about our shows.
Or news.
Yeah, news. Yeah, I didn't find a whole lot of news today, but I've got some, which is the only things that looked interesting to me. Well, it's weird. The websites I went to, like all the news was like out of date. It was from like the beginning of March, but I found
Wow.
some stuff, which is we got an announcement day for the movie for a movie by the people who made Into the Spider-Verse, the Mitchells versus the Machines, which is going straight to
Whoa.
Netflix apparently.
Hell yeah!
Is it in the same style, or is it just the production company?
It looks similar. It looks a little goofier. I see a Furby on a drone, and that's horrifying.
Say no more, Magpie. I want to see this.
So yeah, that's gonna come out April 30th. I saw a bunch of news about Disney actually screwing over their animation studios, which made me really sad.
Of course they did.
Of course they did.
Well, it has to deal with like how they don't want to put out like movies in movie theaters because the pandemic ruined the theater experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucked
But
up.
like certain of the movies don't like old stuff like big tentpole stuff is getting like an upcharge on Disney Plus, and then other stuff is free.
Oh
So like
yeah, that Raya and the Last Dragon is one
uh,
of the ones they're doing
I'll
like that.
I'll get to that, but
Oh boy.
but like what is it, like Luna and Soul apparently came out for free, and the people at the studios are just like, oh, so not only we're not good enough for theaters, we're not even good enough for the upcharge.
That's
in addition
just real sad.
in addition to it like being bad for the consumer, especially since they're gonna raise their rates like 14%.
God, nightmare.
I hate the mouse.
Anyway, can we
I hate the
destroy the
mouse.
mouse, please?
I mentioned this in another call, but I did say I can't wait to live long enough for Mickey Mouse to be public domain.
It'd be
I
incredible.
don't know. I'm not 100% sure if that will happen, but I sure hope so.
I wasn't really going to cover stuff about Rhea until you mentioned it, because it destroyed Lindsay Ellis on Twitter.
Is that why
That
she's
is-
deleted?
She didn't like Rhea, and people came after her.
Oh god.
Fuck.
I think she specifically said it just seemed like it was stamped out of the Avatar: The Last Airbender formula, and then people took that to mean that she was being bigoted. I don't. It's a whole
What?
fucking thing.
Question mark?
But now I will cover it, which is that film appears to bring disaster to everyone involved with it, because it released with less the theater share than Tom and Jerry.
Whoa.
It was a huge flop, and as we were talking about it even the other day, and the only reason any of us noticed it was because the dragon doesn't look like a dragon, and she has Elsa face.
The dragon has Elsa face, and I hate that for her. They could have done so much. Come on, it's a movie about a dragon. Disney, how could you fuck this up?
A dragon. Okay, no, that's a meme for us.
Cartoon dragon.
All right. Next and last piece of news, which is better news. Actually, it's quite good. Peter S. Beagle has reclaimed the rights to his work, including The Last Unicorn.
Yes.
Yes. He was apparently he's in his 80s, and he was apparently just abused by his manager, who basically stole from him.
Yeah, he's been fighting that fight for years now. Literally years. So I'm glad for him.
Yeah, California judge finally ruled. He was ruled for Peter in 4 out of 6 cases, and then the ex-manager filed for bankruptcy, which complicated the shit out of everything. But finally, the bankruptcy proceedings have included a sale back to an organization controlled by Peter for this, so he can make things now in with his own work.
I'm so glad
because he has continued to write in this whole thing.
That's real good.
That's
glad to hear it.
Incredible. I don't think I've seen The Last Unicorn all the way through. I should probably.
Oh, babe, we should watch it. It's like literally one of my favorite movies of all time.
I haven't seen it either.
I know.
Holy shit! Watch together, crew.
We'll watch that. Maybe we should watch Ralph what's his name? Baxey's Lord of the Rings too, because apparently Peter worked on that as well, on the screen treatment.
You know, at some point soon they're gonna come out with that Redwall show, and we could watch that too.
That'd be rad.
Hell yeah! I'm excited.
Now that we're on the topic of sort of older animation, has any of y'all watched The Thief and the Cobbler?
I've seen The Thief and the Cobbler. I like that movie.
I have not, actually.
It's nice. It's a nice, really interesting movie that was never finished completely. And so I would say that the best viewing of it is well, back when I watched it for the last time was on Google Video. Remember Google Video? Someone had uploaded Thief and the Cobbler Recobbled, where they took all the sort of deleted scenes and unfinished scenes and sort of mixed them together into a final product.
Oh, that sounds rad.
Yeah.
I bet we could find something like that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Let's get to the chase. Chase. I've got a weird one for us today. It's kind of old, so I could only really find like episode 10 of the dub.
Okay.
The dub's all right? Yeah. Anyway, we're going to watch Oyama no Taisho.
Hell yeah.
Which I think will be pretty cool.
Nice.
Sweet.
All right, cool.
Let's get to it.
So Magpie, you just made us watch a Japanese dub of an American animation with the advertisement for a Russian fan page at the start.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about this with you all. That was a wild ride. That's for sure.
I guess I'll hit this blurb here. When Bobby is caught trying a cigarette, Hank decides the proper discipline is to make Bobby smoke an entire carton. The result sparks an old smoking habit of Hank and Peggy's, as well as a new habit in Bobby.
So that's the episode description.
That's the episode description.
Yes.
Okay.
Of this one.
Interesting.
This show. I literally wrote so many notes on this show.
Well, we'll bust out some of them.
I was okay. My first note is sorry. My first note was the fact that the dog's name is Ladybird.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That was so shocking to me. I don't know.
It's named after Lyndon Johnson's wife.
I actually wrote that down too.
Was that your first note?
No, my first note was how he mentioned that he didn't want people coming in there, and they're like, "You're not naked."
What about the next time?
The next time?
Yeah.
I also like the joke of her being mad at the dog for eating the cruelty-free makeup and saying, "If that dog eats the cruelty-free makeup again, I'm gonna kick its ass."
Yeah.
I won't be cruelty-free.
This show has a lot of those little bits like that.
Yeah.
I would say.
It's constantly telling a joke, but it's not like screaming the joke at you.
No, yeah.
It's just like you think about it for a second, you're like, oh.
Yeah, you're just like that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Why did they make the choice to like? Okay, sorry, go on.
Ladybird is my favorite character.
Yeah.
Bless it.
It's expressionless bloodhound.
Pet empty. Only wants to eat makeups. I like. Okay, so then after that, well, I mean, we're referencing this, but we're not explaining it to the audience. But basically, the intro scene is that our protagonist and his wife are cleaning their bathroom, and
like you do.
Mm-hmm.
And their friend Layette, I don't know who this person's supposed to be. Like, is it their?
That's what I wanted to know. We didn't watch the first episode, so I was a bit confused on that.
I'm a little more familiar with the property as a whole. Luann is a cousin, basically.
I see.
Whose mom is unreliable, so she lives with the elves.
I see. Okay. She barges in, and then they have a little bit of a discussion about the dog eating her makeups, and then we cut to the son of the family, Bobby, sitting in a dumpster with his friend, and they're trying to build some kind of contraption.
Yeah, him and Joseph are trying to build a car out of spark plugs they found in the dumpster.
Okay, you say car, but I thought weapon of war. And,
I mean, they specify that they have to find a cassette player for it.
Right. And then they find a box of RCMP cigarettes, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I don't know why they went for that joke.
Manitoba, because that's just how branding works.
Yeah, Manitoba 100s.
And they wanted, and those are quite obviously Marlboros, but they wanted to put enough distance between that and the actual brand
right,
as possible.
The copywriting.
Well, that makes me want to talk about Manitoba, but then I realized even though I am Canadian, I don't know anything about Manitoba.
So even you aren't an expert.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody knows anything about Manitoba except people who are from Manitoba, and even then, if they're outside of it, they sort of let their memories wash away.
It's spot on, though. Like, all of the cigarette jokes in this episode are completely spot on as somebody who used to smoke. All of the
I was gonna
is
say,
like that.
I was gonna ask how what you thought about that.
So yeah, the official cigarette of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police is spot on branding.
Do you get like cigarette brands that are like official, like brand of the of the LAPD or something like that? Like,
not quite, but it's that sort of thing.
Right.
Like Marlboro was the official brand of old timey cowboys you saw on the television selling Marlboros.
Yeah, I see. And also we lost. Okay, so
yeah, we lost
Bobby
the thread. Yeah, Bobby
and
and Joseph decide to smoke the last cigarette in this pack.
And are caught. And
Yeah.
then Bobby is he gets a stern talking to, and we lose subs for a bit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, just stopped for a bit.
And I heard the Japanese word for murdered or killed in there. But I don't know because
don't know what the context was.
I don't know what the context was.
Either she's gonna kill him, the cigarettes are gonna kill him.
Could be anything.
We just don't know.
Could be the name of a prefecture I'm not familiar with. I don't know. I could have just misheard.
We're gonna bring this up again later because it happens a couple of times where I can pick out things. But
another one that I'm gonna pick out later.
But,
it might be the same one.
They're giving him a dressing down, and meanwhile it cuts over to Dale Gribble's house, which incredible character. Very strange in this dub because he is given an incredibly deep voice, which he does not possess in the original.
Yeah, he just hands his son. He's like, "Listen, son, if you're gonna smoke, you're gonna make some informed decisions. Here's all of this, these books I have about what cigarettes will do to you. Enjoy."
Like,
here's
what the government says about smoking, but here's the facts straight from the tobacco industry.
And it's like a fucking pop-up book of like a anthropomorphic cigarette having a grand old time.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up is I thought that was a better reaction than Hank's. It's fucked up.
It kind of almost is.
It's weird, but you need the context of Dale being insane.
Yeah, sure.
To realize that it's actually worse. But...
Absolutely.
I mean, the fact that he's like, oh yeah, the facts are the tobacco industry, that makes it worse. But like,
right.
Being like, well, if you want to smoke, that's your decision, but look at this shit. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, at least he didn't. Well, can we talk about what Hank did, though?
Yeah.
Well, Hank attempted to employ some old-timey parenting. Well, if you're gonna smoke, you're gonna smoke a whole carton, which is something that people used to think was the correct thing to do.
No, yeah, and that doesn't seem to me like
it doesn't really work.
No.
It seems like you could die.
But but I will say that it is an excellent platform for a series of jokes.
Yes, absolutely.
Why are you
Yeah.
smoking like some kind of European Nazi?
Yeah, you gotta hold it like an American.
He does some cool smoke tricks.
What nationality are you? Americandes.
Also, he's like he does a trick where he flips the cigarette into his mouth.
Yeah,
And he's
his
like-
cool smoke tricks.
He's like, "Isn't that cool?" Well, you're not going to be smoking, so you'll have to do that with a dowel.
You have to try it with a dowel or something.
God.
Oh man, I used to know smoke tricks, which is really dumb.
Yeah. What kind
I
of
couldn't-
smoke tricks?
I couldn't do that, but I knew how to blow rings. So
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
it's very
Wow.
cool.
Make you look like a cool ass wizard or something.
Look at me, I'm a fucking train. Anyway,
Choo choo.
Oh god.
God. Also, he's like, you're hotboxing it.
I have to say I really appreciate that Bobby's voice actor in this was just absolutely feral.
Yes.
just a
Yes, I loved it.
goblin.
Just
He
wait
was a
until
little-
we get. Just wait until we get to Feral Bobby later in the episode.
Feral
Yeah.
Bobby.
Bobby is feral.
So yeah, he makes him smoke the whole carton, and Bobby does manage to get through. If I remember how many go in a carton, I think it's like 10. It's like 10
It's-
packs in a carton usually.
Fucking
He
so
gets through
many.
9 of them.
It makes me feel like I'm going to die.
He
just
does.
thinking about it.
He does smoke. Actually, I need to look this up. Chatter for a second.
And I was so frightened when it did the fucking fading montage of him just getting slowly more
Greener and greener.
Yeah.
You're killing him. He's dying.
Demented.
What are you
It's
doing?
like, this child is going to perish. But also I wrote, your child will get addicted. Which,
Yeah, I did write
Well,
that too.
yeah, that is the.
that's
Congratulations,
the plot of the episode.
you have
but
predicted the plot.
yes, it was easy to see it coming, but like,
Mhm.
that doesn't like mean the jokes were less funny. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, it's weird that I don't remember how many packs are in a carton. I just remember that it cost me $60 every time I had to buy one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so many.
That's a lot of dollars.
It was more economical that way. And then I switched over to pipe tobacco. But
Mm.
That's still probably expensive.
On the topic of the plot being predictable, yeah, like I was predicting that like they would get that like the moment that Hank was like showing him how to smoke, I was just like, oh yeah, he's just gonna get back into the habit.
Yeah,
again.
I saw that too.
But and I was like, oh yeah, Hank's gonna be addicted, and then his son's gonna be addicted, and then hijinks ensue. But I wasn't predicting where they would take it.
Yeah, they
they
took
were
it further.
They took it to some interesting places. Let's talk about that.
all right.
But yeah, after that little scene, and Hank comments on how raising a boy is like fixing a radiator.
Mhm. You gotta go hose it out.
Yeah. Oh god.
I think we
My favorite. You skipped over it. My favorite part of that is the steady stream of water that comes out down the driveway, and he has to step over because Bobby
Yeah.
is washing his vomit off of the lawn.
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna want to get the hose on that, son.
Uh-huh.
And then we have a scene where like Bobby and Hank are like a little bit dealing with their addiction.
They got the
and getting a little
trembles.
bit antsy. And Hank decides to deal with it. He's going to label everything in his office with the label maker,
With the label
including his
maker.
wife,
Peggy.
Peggy.
I really like picture. That was a
Peggy.
particularly unnecessary one.
Right. Labeling the label maker.
Yeah.
And then he sees his like I think that's his employee outside.
It's a
like,
driver that
smoking.
works for Strickland, yeah.
And he goes out there and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I was smoking." He's like, "No, rules are made to be broken. Let's smoke together." And they smoke together and they have a big long chat apparently, and it makes them like closer together, and I'm like, what? I like how this show is just showing like us the positives of smoking.
The fucked up part
For a
of
little
that
bit.
conversation was how the worker was talking about pinata jobs.
about how NAFTA drove all the pinata jobs up north.
I was like, okay, that's. I don't know if that
That was
joke
weird.
aged well.
I wouldn't say
It kind of did.
Pinata jobs?
They only got rid of NAFTA like last year.
Jesus Christ.
I did like the way that Tank says, I should come visit your hometown since you've had the courtesy to visit mine, which was like pretty sweet in a way.
I would love to introduce you to my family. No, like I said, I have a weird perspective on this because as somebody who smoked, you do tend to like gravitate into the social circle of other people who are smoking at the same time.
It's social smoking, yeah.
And just having that conversation of it's just like, I like you, Enrique. I like everything you have to say. But yeah, so Hank's hopelessly re-addicted to cigarettes, goes out with Peggy, gets her back on him.
I like the part where he goes to flick the cigarette back on the ground. And
almost lands in the
propane.
I did write it will explode.
It will explode.
They have a whole flashback to how every happy memory they have of their romantic relationship involves cigarettes.
That cursed flash, it was so cursed. I was like, this is kind of horny. I don't love it.
The fucking Newport tagline. I feel alive with pleasure.
Yeah, I haunted.
God. Oh my god.
So yeah, they're all addicted now. Bobby is literally sneaking up on randos to huff.
To huff their smoke. Most terrifying possibility I could think of.
The way he just looks
guy
like a field
just
mouse.
looks back.
He looks like a field mouse behind the fence. Just like
he just looks back and Bobby's just there.
If I fell off the wagon, like if I started smoking again and I had like a roll your own or something and I was just out in town and I lit one up and someone came up and huffed it, I would quit forever. Instantly. It's just like I will take up crack or something.
Yeah.
I cannot do this.
Oh my god. Do not inhale my mind.
Especially this like small soft child.
It's just like you cannot have that. It belongs to me.
That's my air.
That's my sink
I
tank.
made that.
God. We did skip over the B plot here because what's her name again?
Luan. Yeah, she set a trap for Lady Bird.
Yeah, and she becomes a little bit of a dog trainer in that scene. And I do want to say I love her voice. Like I love the Japanese dub voice for her. I don't know what about it.
It's very weird because she has a very distinctive English voice.
Yeah, I've never heard it before in my life, so this is interesting.
We might look into it afterwards, but
okay, we'll do some extracurricular research.
They all have very distinctive voices, but
yeah,
which makes it like there's really weird moments. The scene in the alleyway where it's so bizarre. They are supposed to say "yep." But they are just saying, doing a non-committal Japanese noise.
Yeah. Yeah,
does not have anywhere near the same impact.
No.
And also,
isn't there this character that's supposed to be completely incomprehensible most of the time?
Yeah.
I feel like
they translated him really poorly too. It should have been like one run-on sentence, but from what I can tell, he just has like a Kansai accent or something.
Right. Mm-hmm. I see. God.
I picked out something from that scene as well, in that what's his name? Boomhauer and Bill were disappointed in Hank, but Dale immediately called him Kyodai, like a Yakuza.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Brother!
I was like,
oh
holy
my
shit.
God.
He was
I
just
did
like,
not pick that
welcome
up.
back.
That's incredible.
Like, it's a little less obvious than Anarchy, but still.
It was
Jeez.
really unhinged, and I thought it was hilarious.
That's so good.
And I can say, incredibly deep voice compared to what he usually is.
Oh, God, that was shocking.
And then from there, we have a scene where Hank and Peggy are taking turns smoking in the bathroom that they're renovating.
Yeah, high school style.
Yeah, and Bobby is like fucking losing it.
He's losing his shit.
He's losing it at the breakfast table.
Squishes the breakfast sausage like a cigarette.
Here's my thing is, you wouldn't be able to hide that. Cigarettes are very strongly scented.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very distinct smell.
The other thing is, well, you think you can hide it because it affects your sense of smell.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can't smell it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter because the only one in the house who could probably smell it was probably Luann and the dog. So,
and the dog, yeah.
Right.
And you can't tell Ladybird's opinion about it.
No.
Oh, your head empty.
Just want to eat makeup.
And
so
then,
this all culminates in Bobby lighting his blanket on fire, trying to smoke a cigarette under it in the middle of the night.
We skipped them going to Smokies because it activated a memory I had as a child when we went to a restaurant and they asked smoking or non-smoking.
Okay, all right, go off.
And I was like, they were like, "Where's Smokey? He's usually here." And I was like, "Well, he probably died of lung cancer." He's like, "Well, he's no longer with us." So like, "Yep."
Yeah.
After it spread to his bones.
It was really an on the nose sort of like.
It was very on the nose.
Yeah, but it was effective.
Trying to go to the local German restaurant Edelweiss.
We have one of those, also called Edelweiss.
I feel like it's popular, but the local one was run by an old German guy named Vern. And one day we asked where Vern was, and it's just like, oh, he died.
Oh no!
Presumably from old German man disease.
That's so ironic.
Like,
oh my God!
Probably had 6 concurrent heart attacks from a lifetime consuming nothing but beer and sausage.
Beer and bratwurst. Fuck. It'd be like that though sometimes, don't it?
It do be like that.
Sometimes your old German man who runs the restaurant just fucking dies.
Live by the sausage, die by the sausage.
Well, if it's my time to go, it's time. If it's a sausage that takes me out, then so be it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Go on.
They all come to they all come to Bobby's room because he sets off the smoke alarm, and they are lecturing him by pointing a cigarette at him and saying, "I can't believe you're smoking again."
Yeah.
So that's when Luann. Oh God, you got me saying it the wrong way now.
I don't know how to say it. I don't even know what their name is.
It's Luann. Haven't you ever been to the southern United States where everybody has a compound name?
I literally have never gone to the southern United States.
Becky Sue. Really, Bobby.
Luann, okay.
Anyway, Luann gives them all a proper dressing down, and they all decide to try and quit.
She says more people die of smoking every day than people who die in Vietnam War right now.
Yeah.
At some point that was probably true.
This is some context that y'all probably have missed, is that Luann is meant to be very stupid.
I kind of got that vibe at least.
But she takes control of the situation by just treating them all like feral dogs.
Yeah.
works,
she do
though.
that?
So is she really stupid?
No. Luann is right about sometimes. I should show you the episode where she decides to become a communist.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Wow.
So we gotta talk about them going to their cigarette AA. Cigarenders, I believe is what the sign labeled them as.
that's I didn't see the sign. Oh, that's revolting.
What's that even supposed to be a play on?
It sounds
The
like a
sign
slur.
said, "Welcome, Cigarenders." I literally had to pause and rewind it because I thought that the sign said, "Welcome, cisgenders."
Oh no!
I literally was crying.
Why is this genders time to get converted?
Oh no!
Oh my god.
I like the sign on the wall that said, "Kick the butt."
You gotta kick
Kick the butt.
that scene goes about as well as anybody would expect. There's a guy who's trying to get him into the program. Hank's not having it.
No.
And it does come out that he made Bobby smoke a whole carton of cigarettes, and everybody turns on him.
Everyone's like, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "I'm not taking this. We're out of here."
It does have,
Get out your high horse.
it has one of Hank's best lines though, which is it's tough to the guy's just like, don't worry, it's tough to admit you're weak. And he's just like, you're calling me weak? Look at them skinny arms. Them arms look like cigarettes. I could smoke them all.
So I screamed
Iconic.
because I didn't know that was a reference in the 100 Gex song, The Money Machine.
Stop!
I didn't know that, but I feel like I've become more cultured.
You have.
You've acquired knowledge.
I've acquired some incredible amounts of knowledge.
The other thing that I picked up from that was that they were calling each other buddy.
Yeah.
Which they were calling each other like, this is your Nakama.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't listening that hard.
But I
So
only picked it up
they
because Bobby
translated it.
starts saying it later.
They translated it to Nakama. Oh god.
Yes,
you-
yes,
can
it was
you
very
explain this to
funny.
Well,
I cried.
I'll tell you later, Black.
Okay.
So,
It comes
So-
back. I'll point it out when it comes back.
so
Okay.
they have to go home and do it on their own cold turkey because they offended the local
Yeah.
AA group, and Bill supported them, but also didn't follow them when they left.
No.
He just sat down.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then they go feral.
Yeah, yeah. Bobby goes crazy.
Eats a nicotine patch and like, Bobby, open your mouth, I'll get this.
What are you eating?
Spit it out.
Drop it. Drop it.
Oh yeah.
Literally,
He was
acting
literally
and sounding like a dog.
growling.
I have done it. I have done this before with my dogs.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
with the
open your
nicotine
fucking mouth.
patch.
Actually, I
Was it
think
literally?
maybe it's just like he can't eat that. It'll be bad for him.
Yeah.
God.
But yeah, they have a scene where they have one cigarette. Luann has trapped them in a room so that they cannot
No, wait.
escape.
You gotta, like, because Luann's not entirely benign in this episode. She does have, like, a weird jigsaw approach to getting them free. Because she does leave cigarettes around the house, and when they reach for them, she just shakes a jar of pennies at them.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Scare 'em. And it scares the shit out of Hank.
It does. It's very funny.
It works on him exactly as well as it did on Lady Bird.
The funniest part about that is the way she traps them in the room and then she's still shoving pennies at them through the door.
I thought she was like jamming the door closed with the penny somehow.
Maybe? I thought she
I don't know how
was
that
still
works.
threatening them, to be honest.
Eat the pennies. Now I got these pennies to myself. I smell
yeah.
pennies.
they're trapped in the room with the one cigarette, and they're trying to argue over who's gonna get to smoke it. Peggy's like, women and children first.
I like how it goes. Women and children first. Peggy and Hank, they'll do it together because it's romantic, and then Bobby and Hank could take on Peggy.
Bobby's like, Mama, I'm your little boy.
That scene
You
is
remember
incredible.
carrying me for 9 months? And then he looks at Hank and he's like, this is the part where he's like, I'm your buddy. This is your Nakama.
Oh man, that was
And then
the bit Hank does about it. It's just like, come on, we'll share it. It'll be romantic.
Yeah.
You know, like before he came along. It's like, Hank, that's fucked up, man.
Bobby, I'll go high, you go low.
Oh God.
They do eventually just lose it out the window, though.
Yeah, it just flies
Yeah.
away. There's this huge storm apparently for no reason.
Mhm. Yeah.
So they do have to sweat the night out.
Yeah.
Which, by
But
the
then they're
way,
okay in the morning.
a single night is not enough to end.
No. Well, but like, is a single day of smoking enough to pick up the habit again? I don't know.
I don't know because I haven't tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not run that experiment.
It's like I wanted a cigarette after watching this.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're just like hankering.
I don't have the physical compulsion anymore, but occasionally you just look and you're just like, God, I could go for one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I did want to mention, this is sort of out of the blue, but they mentioned at one point something like, you're I try to remember what she said, but I've already forgotten her name.
Luann?
Luann. I keep trying to say Leanne or Lenan. Oh God.
No.
Lalon.
Lalon.
Lalonde, yes.
Luann says something about them being like, I don't know, the strongest family or something like that in Arlen. Or Aylin, I don't know how they pronounce it.
It's Arlen.
It's the county in the United States that they're in. And it literally sounds like the name of an academy city.
Oh God.
Which frightened me.
No, it's just
Academy City, yes.
It's just a little Texan town like any other.
Mm-hmm.
God.
This is all novel to me. I've never been to Texas before.
It's all right.
I've never even been to Texas, but this does, like, make me relate to small town, like, moments. I was like, yeah, this is small town energy. Sure.
Most I could say about it is I've been worse places.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
Well, that
what
was
do
a
we think
fun
of this one?
Yeah, what did we think of this?
I am curious because I think you mentioned that it is a infamous episode.
Yeah.
What happened when this dropped? 'Cause I
Well,
feel like
it's not even that it made a big splash then, although, like, it did a really good job at addressing its subject matter when most shows would be really heavy-handed.
Mm-hmm.
It's that it just happens to be a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the jokes land. It hasn't aged really. So that's why it's infamous. It's infamous because of the line "I could smoke them arms," and also Hank being insane and making Bobby smoke an entire carton of cigarettes. Just because he thinks that's what a tough guy dad should do.
Yeah. I've read. Okay, so here's the thing: is that like, I've read things about the show, but I've never seen an episode. And so there are some big-brained comments that people make about the show, like how Hank is like always doing right by his son and stuff like that.
He tries a lot more than other animated dads, but also Hank makes dumb mistakes just like any other person.
Sure.
Yeah. I do feel like this guy is a lot better than any other cartoon dad I've seen.
Sure.
Like, Hank loves Bobby, even though Bobby's a weird little gremlin.
Yeah, he came from Hank, so.
Yeah.
If you ever watch any more, you'll understand, and Hank has his own diverse set of psychological problems.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
So,
And
would
also
we
has
watch
a
more
tiny
of
little
this?
ass.
He's got a tiny little ass.
He has a tiny
He has
little
no
ass.
ass. They do have
No.
a joke. I've seen Hank Hill's ass before.
Assless Hank.
Assless Hank. I would definitely watch more episodes, and I will watch more episodes before I die.
Yeah.
I don't know when.
Are you gonna watch more of this dubbed in Japanese?
Probably not. Although
No,
maybe.
probably not.
I think I would say largely not, because I did try research. I did try looking up if there are any more, and it looks like there's only 2 more on YouTube and 2 more on Nico TV.
Yeah, that's the problem there, is even if you wanted to, you would have a hard time finding them.
It's
Yeah.
kind of difficult to access from like the Western-facing internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would absolutely watch more of this in English.
And it's original English.
Yeah.
Dubbed in English.
So we
I
have...
mean, technically all animations are dubbed.
Yeah. Anyway, if you out there have a preferred format to watch animations in, subs or dubs, or dubbed into a language that it wasn't originally, with subs that are probably inaccurate, you can tell us about it at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
Yeah, that is one word, not the number. And if you want us to acknowledge what we have done here today, well, good luck, because we're not going to. But you can
Yeah.
tweet us on Twitter at oneepisodecast.
Happy Arbor Day, everybody!
Direct your anger there. If
Go
you're gonna
ahead and send us the hate.
Yeah.
let the mask slip for a little bit.
Sure.
Japanese Hank Hill speaking Spanish caused me to like black out from laughter.
I know!
Oh shit!
I could not deal with it.
That was a
so
Japanese
fucking
voice actor
funny.
imitating an English white man speaking Spanish.
Speaking technically correct, but extremely heavy-handed and clumsy Spanish.
Yes. Multiple layers deep here.
It's there's so many like divisions from the original.
Jesus Christ.
And yet a trace of the true self exists in the copy.
I couldn't deal with it.